What's up everyone, I'm Micah. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Since we're a little over a month away from the winter season, I figured I'd go ahead and do a video talking about the different trends, and not really trends, but more like essentials or things you're going to need to wear for this upcoming winter season. So I'm just going to mention maybe like 4 or 5 different things that I think are pretty prominent or relevant, I guess, to like wear this upcoming winter season. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So as I said, these aren't really going to be trends that I'm focusing on, because everything that everything that I try to speak about are things that are pretty timeless. I know everything isn't timeless, but the majority of things that I talk about I feel like can be worn for, years and years, regardless of what's trendy at the moment and regardless of, what's popular, what a lot of people are wearing. Actually, I prefer to say the things that I talk about are always going to be popular. They're just not going to be trendy, if that makes sense. Trendy is just kind of what everyone is wearing for these couple of months or these few years, and then they're going to forget about it. And popular is something that's just always, people are going to keep buying it, but you're just not going to see it at the forefront, I guess, of whatever the popular people are wearing. Anyway, jumping right on into the trends here. The first one that I'm going to talk about, and this one is a very common, I guess you could say, thing to wear. Well, all these are pretty common, but the first one is definitely something that I'm pretty big on when it comes to the winter season. Well, when it's cold in general, and that's wearing a super long coat. As you see in the different pictures, I love wearing long coats. Well, these pictures aren't of me, obviously, but I'm just saying that I love wearing long coats just because they're just a nice statement piece, and they can be worn with pretty much anything. I really can't think of anything that you can't wear them with, because I always wear mine with sweatpants, with jeans, with chinos, dress pants. I feel like the possibilities are pretty endless when it comes to long coats and just overcoats in general, whatever you want to call it, an overcoat. When it comes to those, the possibilities are pretty endless. And even when it comes to the shoes, you can wear sneakers, or you could wear, I really don't even know what other type of shoes there are out there, but boots, or your Sambas and the different things that are trendy right now. I feel like all of those work really well with a long overcoat. And usually with me, I try to keep my coats, just a pretty neutral and kind of earth tone-y like color. Well, they all aren't earth tone, because I don't think black counts as earth tone. But anyway, I try to keep them just muted and in neutral colors. I have seen some that are pretty, like a loud color or something, like a neon orange or a neon green. Those coats are nice, but usually I try to just keep it pretty simple so I can pair it with a lot of different things. I feel like when you go kind of exotic with the colors, you may be kind of limited to what you can wear it with. But anyway, regardless, I just love me a long coat, and they're perfect for the winter season. And now moving on to the next thing here. This one kind of follows along the same lines, I guess you could say, as the first trend that I spoke about, or kind of the same, follows along the same rules, I'd say. And this is just wearing fleece. I know this is a very broad thing to say, but I love me a fleece jacket or a fleece pullover. Just wearing fleece during the wintertime is just kind of one of those things that just makes you feel, just like super cozy and comfortable. I have a couple of fleece pullovers, and they're just comfortable. I mean, there's really no other way to say it, because they could come in a ton of different colors. With these, I really don't try to keep it as simple, just because you could get so many different, fleece pullovers and stuff, and they're not as expensive as the long coats. Well, I guess they can be depending on where you get it from, but generally they're not as expensive as the overcoats. But when it comes to the fleece, they could be kind of a thicker material, they could be kind of thinner, just depending on the vibe, I guess, you want to go for. But when it comes to any types of pants or shoes that you can wear them with, I feel like the possibilities are pretty endless when it comes to wearing fleece. I have a couple from one fleece jacket from Sunday school. That's one of my favorite fleece jackets to wear. It's just super warm and cozy. Even though it looks really thin, it's actually pretty cozy. And you could wear, your Patagonias too. I know a lot of people have those. Those are pretty comfortable, and they could be worn with a ton of different things as well. Your sweatpants, jeans, chinos, all the different stuff. I feel like fleece just works really well with all the different options, and you just can't really go wrong with fleece, because it's perfect for the winter season and they look really nice. Now, this next one that I'm speaking about here is one that I actually found because I was consulting different articles, seeing what different articles and fashion pages and whatnot were saying were going to be popular or trendy, I guess you could say, this winter season. And I noticed a common thing was leather pants. And I know, I'm really not sure how a lot of people feel about leather pants. I do have a pair, and I really only wear them when it's cold outside, because I can't just imagine myself just sweating and setting myself on fire in the leather pants when it's hot outside. But around this time of year, I really don't mind wearing my leather pants. They could be worn with, I wouldn't say a ton of different things because you can look kind of silly depending on what you wear with the leather pants. I usually just try to keep it pretty simple with, you know, like a pair of, what did I wear the last time I wore? Because I really haven't worn them in a while. Probably since like last winter was the last time I wore my leather pants. I want to say I wore it with like the New Balance 550s back when those were pretty popular. Or you could wear them with just a simple pair of boots, whether they're Doc Martens or combat boots, you know, something like that. I feel like those look really nice with leather pants. A lot of people wear them with Jordans or Dunks. I'm really not sure. Like I said, things that are pretty popular but not as trendy. I noticed Dunks and Jordans aren't as trendy, but they're still popular, of course, because there's still a lot of people wearing them. But just depending on the vibe you want to go for, I feel like you could just kind of play around with how you look in them. And, you know, when you try on the different things to see, you know, how you look with the leather pants. And you still compare them with the fleece, like I spoke about in the last section or portion, whatever you want to call it, of the video. Or even a long coat could look nice with leather pants. I've done both of those with the leather pants, and they make for some great outfits. But usually when it comes to leather pants, I got mine from, my goodness, they're either PacSun or Urban Outfitters, one of those two brands, but they're just super comfortable and they could be worn with a good amount of things. I wouldn't say the possibilities are endless, but they could be worn with a good amount of things. And now the last trend or essential, I guess you could say, for this winter season that I want to speak to you all about for this video, because I may do a part 2. But anyway, the last essential that I want to speak to you all about is like wearing dress pants. They don't exactly have to be pleated dress pants, even though those do look better to me, but you could wear just a regular nice pair of dress pants. Usually I try to keep them like a pretty simple color. Like I said, I really don't do anything too crazy. Usually, you know, like a gray, whether it's a dark gray or a light gray, really doesn't matter, or navy blue, or like a mocha brown. All those different colors of dress pants, I would say, are really nice for this winter season. And that's just another thing that I read consulting the different articles, like I mentioned before, you know, seeing what was going to be popular and just kind of trendy, I guess you could say, for this upcoming winter season. And dress pants was one of the common things that I read as well. And you could really wear a good amount of shoes when it comes to the, have I been saying leather pants or have I been saying dress pants? I really don't even know. I've been meaning to say dress pants. But anyway, usually with the shoes, when it comes to dress pants, I'd say you could wear a good amount of things. You could wear some sneakers. You could wear the Jordans, the Dunks, your boots, whatever you may have, even the Birkenstock clogs. I still love wearing mine, even in the winter season. Just throw on a pair of thick socks and you could wear them. Like, I'm probably going to do a video on that too, just wearing the Birkenstock clogs in the winter season. Usually I throw on a pair of thick socks and I'm fine. But anyway, back to the dress pants. You could wear the fleece like I mentioned before, or even a long coat, you know, depending on what you want to wear. The dress pants look really nice, and I want to say the article that I read was referring to something called like grandpa core, you know, just like that vibe, I guess you could say, of dressing like a grandpa, and dress pants was one of the things that it mentioned would be pretty essential or popular for this winter season. So those are just some different trends or essentials that I want to show you all for this upcoming winter season. And like I said, I got pretty much the majority of those from consulting different articles and just kind of choosing some common things, I guess you could say, from reading the different ones. And also I had to throw in one of my personal ones, the long coats and the fleece, and the other two were the ones that I got from reading the articles. But anyway, like I said, this is just a part 1, and I'll probably do a part 2, just going on some speaking about other essentials that will be pretty common for this upcoming winter season. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel because I post on here twice a week. And follow me over on Instagram as well at Micah Akins, just so you can keep up with me, see everything that I'm doing, see what I'm wearing. And I will see you all in the next video.